To the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left to this flesh, till this past tense. Got them on the fence, henceforth it's intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the love. Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, right off the jump, welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco, and alongside me is my good friend, co-host, Gil Vargas.
What?
Yo, I'm super excited about today, man. We got some special guests in the building coming through. Last 3 episodes, we had 9 different artists, 9 different states. Today, we got 2 more lined up. I'm really excited, man.
Almost completing the rings.
Oh, we did. Well, how many do we need?
How
many do we need for the CHH gauntlet? Yo, does somebody have the CHH gauntlet? No. Let me. Let's stop right there.
That's another topic.
Yo, but I'm
the ring.
But I'm excited to build just to build up CHH, man, and what we doing, man. I still feel like we're 90 episodes in, and I feel like we're still trying to, adjust and figure out purpose. And we got, we're expanding the team. And a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Talking to a lot more artists, producers, and whatnot. So I'm really excited about just being a part of the culture, a part of the community, a part of the genre, whatever it is that you describe it. There is a sea of us that are involved with this one way or another, and I'm just excited to be,
it's dope to hear
these
from
brothers
people
and
who
sisters.
do watch the show, and one of the common themes is man, every time I watch you guys, I get put onto somebody new.
Facts, yo.
Like, it's the most common one that I get,
Facts.
from people. Is like, every time I hear you guys, it's a new person that I never heard of.
Facts.
So it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, that is dope. Shout out to our listeners. Shout out to GH3 Radio, Fivetwenty Radio. Shout out to Godify, The Bridge Radio. To our YouTube subscribers, we love y'all. Shout out to our Facebookers. Hey, listen, real quick too, by the way, be sure we mentioned that we're trying to grow our YouTube channel. We're a little
Just
far.
trying.
We're a little far behind because we kind of spread ourselves too thin, but that's all right because we're learning. We're independents. We're learning as we go. We're learning purpose as we go as well. How to provide value. What are we doing? Like, we have the desire to put on a show, man, and have a good time.
Nice.
We have the desire to make music, so we're learning as we go. Right now, one of our things is to build up the YouTube channel, so be sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to that.
Hit the subscribe button.
We're chopping it up, too, so we got the segments all, I'm building out the playlist over there, so you can follow those if you guys want the interviews or you guys want the featured music videos or the featured audio tracks or whatever. We're trying to chop them up and organize them for you, so... go check that out. Subscribe. Shout out to our Twitch audience. Shout out to the Unashamed Network.
What's going on?
Shout out to our podcasters listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
The Potters,
Google Podcasts, Podbean, wherever you listen to the podcast.
Potters or podcasters?
The Potters? Yeah, the Potters.
The Podheads?
Oh my goodness, the Potheads. The Harry Potters. No.
I don't know. Is that what you call them? The group, the multitudes that listen to podcasts.
Special shout out to Fivetwenty,
the Podians
Collective. Go check out their website section. They have a section over there on the right side called Artist Tips. It's ran by Mike Sarge, CHH artist, motivational speaker. Really dope channel. They really focus heavy on the technical side of the music business. They really cater to that. So if you're an independent, up and coming, creative recording artist,
super dope.
Definitely go and check that out. Shout out to them. We love y'all.
I love ya.
Go check out d2lproductions.com. Check out our merch. Check out our blogs. We got album reviews as well now. I'm praying that we continue to stay faithful with that as we build that out. Join the email list. You can subscribe to the website too. They kind of funnel to the same thing. So I do have 2 different email lists right now. It's a little confusing, but so you guys are aware, I'm trying to find a way to consolidate and bring them together. But right now, I have one through the Marrio Esco Live, and then we also have the Death to Life, which is d2lproductions.com.
Yep.
That houses Marrio Esco Live, but it also houses our music because we're independent creatives as well. So you can subscribe to either or. Like, we plan to definitely start using the email list a lot more in the coming future. Again, like I said, we're still building up and building behind the scenes. So yeah, go check out d2lproductions.com.
We got working on some new designs too for shirts and merch and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Some new stuff is definitely coming.
Facts. And I'm excited about that. Recap. Last episode 95, BCHH ain't dead. You know how we do with the titles, man. Like we had William Cotta, New York.
Fire.
I'm sorry, Cada. Wait, how do you say it?
It was Cada.
Cada.
But you were saying Cotta.
I was saying Cotta, yeah. William Cotta came through.
Yeah.
New York, CHH artist. He talked about his desire for unity. He talked about a little bit about his relationship with Corey Guns.
Yep.
We shared a music video, One of Me, off his most recent album, Uninvited Guest. We had Mitch Darrow come through. He gave us some insight and behind the scenes on this situation that happened a few weeks ago where he was releasing this CHH diss tracks amongst friends, and a whole bunch of people intervened and got involved. But at the end of it, we had him come through and we were able to witness.
We just wanted, to hear it from the source. Which is him, and explain what was the motive, what was the true intent behind it. And ultimately, it was just fun.
Yeah, and actually, I came across the tweet where Mitch actually used one of the clips and tags Dayton on it, and Dayton jumps in. No apologies needed, brother. It was all a misunderstanding on my end. So that's what's up, man. I love seeing that, from a misunderstanding to an open apology and just building with each other. Super dope.
Was a big moment.
Yep. And we have Voice Every jump in and share a little bit of behind the scenes on his EP that just released on Mother's Day, Tales of Mother.
Super dope.
We played a feature track, Mother, off of the project. I love that dude's sound. And we talked about Dayton releasing CHH Ain't Dead.
Yep.
And Gil totally butchered it. And then we did a creative tip.
Stop. I didn't butcher it.
And we did a creative tip on just being creative with your targeted audiences and playlists, and to help expand your demographic and reach. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, go check out the last episode, episode 95, BCHH Ain't Dead. So we're going to jump into a clean, fun comedy skit. Here's Go Pats with myself, Manny Rivera, and Gil Vargas. Here we go.
Yo, you know what, Mario? We ain't did a skit in a long time, bro.
You know what? You're right, man. All right, yeah. Let's try to make it relevant. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Super Bowl. Pats playing Eagles. All right, let's say Pats win, and let's say Gil is a Eagles fan. He comes in crying. No, matter of fact, he comes in slow-mo crying and falls down to his knees. He's moving around. Like, let's have him move around like he gets shot up like Platoon or something. What do you think? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What if the Pats lose? All right, if the Pats lose, Gil comes in cheesing and you just straight tackle him. No. Gil comes in cheesing and you just knock him out. You just lay him out.
No, I ain't trying to get hit in my face, bro.
Oh, you don't want to get?
Nah.
All right.
Nah, man.
That's cool. Yo, Gil, can you shut the door though?
My bad.
Thanks, bro. You know what? I think it'll be better if you get mad heated and your face just gets really red and your head just explodes.
No. Don't blow my head. No, don't blow my head. No, not my head. Please, not my head, please. My beautiful cabeza.
Yeah, so that was, what was that? Go Pats?
Yeah, Go Pats.
Go Pats, featuring myself, Manny Rivera, and Gil Vargas. For those that were listening, everything that I was saying, I was like creating a skit, and everything that I was saying, Gil, it was actually happening. So Gil was coming through and whatnot. So, and then at the end, when we said blow up his cabeza, that's when Gil was like, "Oh no, you ain't doing that."
Well, no, you said getting slapped. You're gonna punch him in the face or something.
Oh no, the blooper was my cabeza.
Yeah, the blooper was the cabeza.
The blooper. Okay, my bad. So yeah, brother, what's good, man? How you doing, man? How's everything, bro?
Everything's good, bro. I'm just can't wait to take the family out and just do something. Just tired of this, staying inside, can't go nowhere. Everything's packed. At least the little things you could go to is packed.
Yeah. Now they got lines everywhere.
I was like, me and wifey were like, yo, let's take the girls. My daughter and the baby to like there's like a little boardwalk area where I live, and you can walk along the water. And I'm like, that would be kind of dope, a little nice walk. And we get there, it's cool, it's people, but it's cool. But then as we're walking, all of a sudden, just more and just more and just more and then more, and we're like, all right, I think it's time to go. It's getting crazy. So it's just like, there's nothing, anything you do find, everybody's thinking the same thing. So it's going to be packed. You just literally confined to your home where you can control.
You're not using the like Amazon more. You're not using.
Oh yeah, I'm watching movies.
What you got to be careful though, because right now it's like they're saying it's a hacker's paradise out there, like a hacker's playground.
Yeah,
actually.
Because all these people's numbers are just flying all over the place,
and they're just capturing it all.
Everybody's just buying.
Facts.
I mean, there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do. Let's hack everybody.
No, I'm saying as far as buying, like, there's nothing else to do. So people just sitting on Amazon buying stuff they don't need, and it's crazy, man. But there are some dope shows on there that I got put on to. I don't know how many people know about the whole Monopoly back in the days when McDonald's had Monopoly, but bro, I didn't know the mob had their hands all up in that, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, the reason why nobody was winning like across, broad parts of the United States, you would think, if this is randomized and it's being sent all over the country, nobody was winning. Only a select few people.
Okay.
But then you watch this documentary and they explain why.
Where was the documentary?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix played?
Yeah, it's called McMillions.
So they wait to.
No, I'm sorry.
Isn't that weird
Hulu.
how they be waiting for
Hulu.
documentaries to come out and then they follow up? Like, isn't it supposed to be like you make the reports like with the police and everything, and then they investigate? Why does it feel like sometimes they drop these documentaries and it's like then everything takes action? Like everybody takes action after the fact.
What do you mean?
The documentary, like. Yeah. Did they take action after the fact, or this is the documentary on what happened?
Yeah, this is the documentary.
Oh, so they already in jail and everything.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet.
All right.
But it's just crazy to know that the mob was involved with the whole Monopoly thing. You know what I'm saying? So they explain how they got involved. This was back in the 90s, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
and this is just coming out now?
Well, the documentary is coming out now, or it could have came out a while ago. Right, I just got caught wind of it.
All right, so you're just giving us old news right now.
Possibly.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
But I never heard of this.
Right.
Like, all the years I've been alive, I never heard anybody tell me, like, yo, did you hear about the McDonald's fraud that happened, like, years ago? Like, never. I have never heard not one person even insinuate it. I've talked about McDonald's. I've talked about the topic, so it would have came up. Yeah. So now that I'm 35, I'm listening to this and like, what? From back in the day in the 90s, and it's crazy. Like, you would never think.
Oh, I think our special guest just waltzed up in here.
Who just waltzed?
Brother, you up in here, man?
Yo.
Okay, hold on. Before I switch the scene and introduce you, let me give a proper introduction here. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest just came into the building. Let me start the hand claps early. Get the vibe right. You know what I mean? You gotta get the vibe right. Christian hip hop artist out of ATL, Georgia. Owner of One Vision Music. That's yours, right? You own that, right? That's all you?
Right.
Congrats. I love it. Just released a single, Superfly, collaboration with Rapzilla, music video, super fire. Love the sound. We'll get into it. I know why it's called Superfly. Ladies and gentlemen, our brother Big Breeze is in the building. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's good, man? How y'all doing?
What is up?
How you doing, bro? Man, it's an honor. It's an honor to have you here, man.
I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I'd be better if I get a haircut, but we're gonna do all this.
Hey
But
man,
everybody
you got that
said,
fresh
close.
sound. So I mean that you know what I mean.
Facts.
You're bringing that fire product. So I mean,
And the beauty
it
of the
don't
time
matter,
that we're
man.
in right now is that nobody needs to see you.
Yeah.
Everybody's just
Right.
listening. So it's perfect. You don't need a haircut.
Right, you're right.
Yo, so shout out to the Prayer Plug, because the Prayer Plug is actually the ones that put me on to you, brother. Shout out to CJ. Love that, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's my bro right there, man. Shout out to the Prayer Plug. If you ain't rocking with him, we need to rock with him.
Amen.
For real,
Yeah.
man.
Amen. Love that, brother, man. And the first thing, like before we even get into everything else, man, the first thing that I noticed when I heard you was your sound. Like it was modern and authentic to its style. And I think that's important to note, because you got a lot of people that will equate trendy sounds to, like, you know, ripping off styles and whatnot. Like you didn't sound
Right.
like, even though you were in the modern sound, like you didn't sound like you were imitating anybody. You know what I mean? Even though it's a familiar sound, like your sound is completely unique on its own. You get what I'm saying? And you can, like, you rap, you sing, and it's all done with excellency. Like, it's all done very well, man. I just got to ask you, man, how long did it take you to find and develop that sound, bro?
Truthfully, like, man, I want to say like 3 to 5 years, man, because I just had to like really find it. Like I knew it. It's like it was crazy because it was always in my head, but I had needed it to come out, and it finally had came out. So I'm still working on it, but hey, man, I'm just thankful, blessed. God gave it to me.
Facts. So how much do you credit this toward you, like, seeking the sound, like, with your experience and versus, let's say, spiritual maturity? Because I got it, for example, like I got a song that I have in the tuck that I've been working on, and it actually was birthed from the Lord just shattering my ambition. Like there was a sinful ambition that was kind of lurking in my heart, and the Lord shattered that ambition. And this song was like, it was completely different than anything that I'd done because of that moment that I had of realization. Like I feel like it was almost like a spiritual maturity that kind of birthed that song. So how much for you is it you messing around in the studio and experimenting with your, you know, your sound in different ways, different plugins, and versus, you know, you seeking the Lord?
I really got to give the credit all to like the Spirit, because like I was doing secular music and it just was not like, I could not find my sound. Like it was just hard. Like every song I was doing was just not right. So once I just switched over and I was just trying, like I was telling my little bro, I was like, bro, I'm gonna try it. Like, you know, just gonna see if I can do it, because it's different.
Yeah.
And then it just started working. Like I just started creating the sound. And my voice started just coming out how I needed it to come out.
Wow.
And I guess, right, for real. I give all love to the Lord, man, for real.
That's dope.
That's dope, because and the fact that it took you 5 years, a lot of people might be like, wow, that's a long time. In reality, that was actually kind of fast, because there's people who've done music for 10 years plus that still can't find their own sound. They just mimic other people. They do covers, you know what I'm saying, because they can't develop their own sound. So within 5 years, bro, that's still impressive. That means you really were on your grind, you know, getting in the studio, figuring out how to mix and master and how not to mix it, how, you know, to mix it.
Facts.
Like that's a process, bro, and that just shows your level of work ethic.
For real. It was just trust me, it was a lot of error though. It was a lot of errors. Like I had to listen to the bad to get to the good. I just want everybody to know that. It don't just come over.
So do you go back and do you delete the mistakes, or do you keep them there to allow people to see your growth? Like, are you going back, like backtracking it, like, ooh, that was nasty. Let me get that was nasty. Let me get that up out of there. You start clearing the cookies, bro, and your Spotify.
I feel like, man, once it's out there for a reason. I just want you know, whoever following me, I just want them to, you know, to see the growth.
Facts.
And motivate them to keep going, man. Because I'm not perfect, and I want them to see, like, you know, it took him some time, or he was really growing, he was really grinding, he kept going at it until he got it right, and you know,
that's dope,
I gotta
man.
keep it up there, man.
That's dope. Now,
keep it up.
I did a little bit of digging, man, and I looked up, you know, your history. I know that you were inspired to create music off of a tutor in an after-school program after he showed you a beat. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you continued. You went to college for music where you studied music tech and business. And then after that, you know, you had a struggle, man. You went through a battle, and eventually you started. You were an intern for a studio, and you got a lot of experience from there. And it was around like that time where the Lord, like, you know, saved you. And is this timeline correct? By the way, am I?
No, it's good. That's
bro.
perfect.
Do you know his social security too? Jeez,
I'm trying to get a timeline up to the point where you were introduced to CHH. So I'm trying to like jump to that moment. Was it around this time where the Lord saved you after, you know, you done graduated from college, you done pursued this music thing, you interned for the studio, and you go through this struggle, the Lord saved you? Was it around this time where the Lord saved you, like, bam, I got to do this music for the Lord?
Yeah. It was like,
really? It was like immediate? Like you were like,
it was like actually kind of in the middle of it. But you know, I don't know if people know, like once you get saved, you kind of got that moment of like, okay, I'm good, you know, I'm perfect. But that's when the fight really began.
Facts.
Like,
yo.
When I first started, when I first started college, that's like when I had to get my life, like, boy, it felt like the whole world was crashing down on me, man. But hey, man, he brought me through it, man. He brought me through the storm. I tell you that. Brought me through the storm. You know, it wasn't no perfect story, but it helped, man. He helped me get through it. So it's kind of around that time, though.
It's around that time where you were going through this like real struggle, like this real. Sounds like it was real. Do you mind sharing a little bit, or is it?
So it was like, man, around the time, like, I was just really out here in these streets, though. I was just out here, like I know a lot of youngers out here. That's why I really do music, but I was just out here, like, didn't have no vision. I couldn't even, like, I just didn't care about life. You know, I'm just living every day, like, day by day. You know, we're going to see what this day brings. You know, not thinking about the future. And I promise you, bro, it was just one day, man, I'm just sitting in the trenches. I'm just sitting there like, bro, I'm just tired of this lifestyle. Like, we doing the same thing every day. You feel me? Like, something got to change.
Yeah,
something really got to change. And you know,
it was that longing, huh? It was like that longing inside you, man, for something different.
Nah, it really was though, because it was like, man, you know, I started like a lot of folks don't know they disappoint their parents to like it just like the spirit got to hit you or just show you one day. And I just seen it, like I just seen my mama like really disappointed in me. It took for my big brother to really call me and give me one of the real talks, like, because you know, me and him got a relationship, but we don't really got that serious relationship. When he called me something like that, I know it's for real.
Facts.
He gave me a call, and that's when I knew I was like, man,
I know what you mean.
Right, I got to get it together, man. Like, but then I promise you, like, God he just gave me the spirit because it was a church right up the street. He's just like, man, go to church. I don't even know where it came from. He's just like, man, go to church.
Drawing you, brother. Drawing you. That's dope.
You feel me?
Like, that's like a lot of people don't remember like the moment they got saved, like the exact moment, but they remember the process. And the reason why they remember the process is because you are literally changing right before your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you completely changed your likes, your desires, like all you were just saying that, like, you were living that lifestyle, just living free. Most people be like, oh, that's the freest you can be. No rules, nobody telling you what to do, no church holding you accountable. Like, you could just live your life. And in that, all that pleasure and just satisfying your flesh, you were like, something's got to change. Like, this is not enough anymore. Like that. Nobody really talks about that moment. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's dope. You know what I mean? That's the exact moment where you know God is truly working, when you no longer like the things you used to love.
You feel me? Like, it's just not working. You like, I just knew it was a lot of prayer from my grandparents too, though. Cause man, it just came out the blue. Like, I promise you guys, it just really came out the blue. Like, I remember, like, I was just sitting on the stairs, just in the trap one day, just like, bro, this got to change. Something got to change,
bro. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It sounds so familiar to my testimony. Almost the same thing, bro. It was overnight, man. It was like I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning and I knew, like, exactly what you're saying, brother. I'm like, yo, something got to switch up, man. Like, something's not right. And that's when the Lord started drawing me to his word and started drawing me to his truth. And that's when I started becoming, you know, nourished with theology and doctrines and his truth, man. But for me, it was different, brother. For me, when I came into the faith, like I was like complete halt on hip hop, rap, like, and I was doing rap all my life. I was, you know what I mean, since I was young. My first performance in the 4th grade, like I was super young. That's all I knew. And then the Lord saved me, and I took a year off, no interest whatsoever. But it sounds like it wasn't the case with you. So what happened with you at that moment? Like, did you, I'm trying to picture this, like you get saved and then you're like, yo, I'm getting in the booth. I'm going right back in the studio.
Nah, so what happened was like, so I actually started going to church and I was enjoying it. So I was still doing my music, but I had this one song. It was like, I had a fire track, bro. Like I had released it, but I had to delete it. But it was just not sitting right in my stomach. Like whenever I would think about this song, talk about this song, my stomach would get this like this bad ache. Like you need to delete it. You need to delete it. But then I would let my pastor hear some of my music. And then he would just always hit me with this question that would just mess me up, like, but who you doing it for? I'm like, what you talking about, man? Me? What you mean? You know, shoot. Every time I come let him, it's nice, but who you doing it for? Like, man, be rapping for God, you know. And then one day, I just like I said, I told my little brother, I'm gonna give it a try, bro. I'm just gonna see if I can do it. I know I can do it. You know, I heard a Lecrae song. My little bro had played a Lecrae song. And he was just going crazy. Yeah. I'm like, man, I can do that, man. I know I can do that, man.
I know I could do that.
I got this.
It was just, man.
Hey, be real. At that time, did you think you could outbar Lecrae? You were like,
yeah.
I could definitely, I could swag that. If he could do it, man.
He was coming like with some real bars, and I'm still was like on that ABC type of flows and all that, man.
That's dope. Hey, listen, if you could tell yourself, like, if you could see yourself in the past, like, deciding to come into the CHH genre or the music or the community, and, you know, and you could give yourself one piece of advice, like, in the time when you first started, like, what would that be?
Keep going and keep praying.
Fire.
That's all you ever need right there, bro. I promise. Everybody who I met, so they ask me advice, man, keep going.
Keep going.
That's all. Keep going, man.
That.
Keep praying. Keep going. Real, man. Big guy for the OT, man. You heard it first from Big Breed. That's all I say. Big guy for the OT, because he always coming in on the overtime. Whenever you think it's over with, bro, he coming in. Like, that's the coach. He coaching you through to make these last little 2 points to win the game.
Amen. He preserves his saints. Just keep on going, brother. Keep on. My pastor tells me keep on believing. You know what I mean? Like every week, just keep on believing. You know what I mean? That's dope, brother. All right, brother. Hey, listen, man. We're about to jump into this featured music video, Superfly. You want to give us a little bit about the behind the scenes of the video, or give us a little bit of the perspective of the song and everything like that?
Man, first off, man, I got to shout out the Runway, man. That's my brother. Hey, he went crazy on that beat. Like when he sent the beat, I automatically knew, like, oh, this it, this locked in. It's just what it's gonna be. He actually named the track Superfly. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a Superfly type of song. Then.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Right, you feel me?
It was magic from the jump.
Right, I promise you when I heard the flutes, but man, the song basically about, man, I just like I motivate my generation and the generation before me and the up and coming generation and let them know, man, you could be super fly, you could be cool. Because one thing about me, you're gonna see me Drake down, but I'm always scream, I love Jesus. You feel me? God first, big guy for the OT. So it's always, man, no matter how you look, man, you can love God, man. So that's basically the song Superfly, man. You can be fly and love God. It's cool.
You can be fly and love God.
I love that. And you got the deluxe album for What a Time to Live coming out this Friday, correct?
It's Friday, man. We blessing them, man. It was time. I knew I had a couple tracks I had needed to add to it, so it was time. So man, make sure.
So what can we expect on the deluxe album?
Hey man, I feel like I got some new energy. How about I say that? Some new energy coming. That's gonna feed the soul, man.
Love
the
it.
folk, like they love the flow, but when they start hearing the words, it's just feeding the soul, man. It's feeding them,
brother.
And that's what we doing. That's what the music about. That's what I really encourage everybody who's doing CHH, because you got to feed the soul. And it ain't about just the rhymes and sound, man.
I love it, dude.
Soul, man.
Man, yo, I gotta get you on the show again,
Yeah,
and I think
man.
we're gonna do like a whole show with you because I love what you just said, and I love your vibe, and I could tell like we could vibe an hour and a half straight.
I think
I
also
are you
wanna
down
hear-
for that? Are you down for an hour and a half straight or what, brother?
I'm gonna throw this out there
man.
too. I look forward to hearing a Marrio Esco and Breeze track.
That's
That's what I
my
wanna
brother
hear.
trying to.
That's what I want to hear.
Y'all put it together. Okay, I see you, man. You know,
I'm just saying, those two styles together. Woo.
that's for real, man.
Yo, all right, brother.
man.
Yo, it was an honor to have you on, brother. I'm looking forward to building with you behind the scenes, man. Real talk, man. And I'm super excited about what you have in store for the future.
And that's a blessing, man. Hey, I just gotta say one thing, man. Make sure y'all go check out my little brother, God-fearing TJ God-fearing, man.
Facts,
been
we love
working
him
a lot.
over here too, by the way.
Man.
We love him over here too.
We got a lot of music. That's my little
Tell him
brother,
what's
so make
up.
sure
Can we
y'all
get him
check
on the
it
show? Tell him what's up.
out. I got you, man. We'll
the
set
plug.
that up, man. Sure, we'll set that up, man.
All right, brother,
Real.
man. I love you, bro. Here's
All right,
Big Breeze. Super
Stay fly, bro. Stay fly.
Take all that runway. I gotta defend myself, so I'm around town like stepped on the scene, why they looking at me? I'ma shine like I've been having my way, they don't like that. I'ma do what he say, they don't like that. Straight down when I put it on. Cross diamonds, let me put it on. I was running around putting on. I had to work hard enough. Climb out this hole with no shovel. I had to dream out a level that I could see on my level. Piped up when I'm in the rich. Paint the scene, but this ain't the bitch. 18, I was throwing lift. 19, I reversed. Put the past in a hearse. Give my life to the church. Now you see how he work. Now you see how we live. Get my soul now driven. I gotta defend myself, so I'm around town like stepped on the scene, why they looking at me? I'ma shine like I've been having my way, they don't like that. I'ma do what he say, they don't like that. I got the holy on me, yeah, the spirit, the word, yeah, it's really on me. Got some people that waiting, depending on me. I'ma sit for the Lord when they hurting. All these demons, they had me on working. I gotta walk for the surface, cause they wanna hurt me on purpose. So big God keep a watch, ain't worried. I gotta defend myself, so I'm around town like stepped on the scene, why they looking at me? I'ma shine like I've been having my way, they don't like that. I'ma do what he say, they don't like that. I gotta defend myself, so I'm around town like stepped on the scene, why they looking at me? I'ma shine like I've been having my way, they don't like that. I'ma do what he say, they don't like that.
Dope. Shout out to
Vibes.
Big Breeze, Superfly.
Vibes.
Collaboration with Rapzilla. What up, CJ? I see you, brother.
People missing the vibes, bro.
People missing the vibes, man. What's good?
Missing
CJ, what's
the
up with that?
vibes.
Why are people missing the vibes, bro? Can you talk to
They'll be missing the vibes.
Can you tell me why people missing it?
I'm gonna write a track
What is
like
it?
that. People missing the
What is it,
vibes.
CJ,
They
man?
don't like that.
People missing the vibes. They don't like that. Oh, man. Yo, Kamban.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
Speaking
it.
of vibes,
let's talk
Kamban
about it.
releases lyric video to Lyin to Me. Another collaboration with Rapzilla.
Crazy track.
I don't know what's up with the collaborations with Rapzilla, the things that they're doing. Is that a thing that they do?
I
or-
don't know, man. I never
They
heard
do-
of.
they do-
Is there a secret sign up sheet that I don't know about?
I don't know. They did one with Zay Hill.
Yep.
And we've been covering these. We've been like,
Yeah.
they've been hitting them.
Wasn't on
I don't know
purpose.
who's
It's just-
doing this?
Happens to be.
Who's getting the credit for this, man? Like,
I'm like, yo, this is a trend.
who's doing it? Yeah, so Zay Hill,
Yep.
that was one of them.
Facts.
And then Big Breeze, and now this one,
Yep.
Kamban.
Kamban, yeah.
Super fire. Lyricist.
That
I
video
love the song, man. The song is
simple, but yet powerful.
It's just a lyric video, but the song itself is dope.
Yeah. But I would be fine if that's the official video. Like, that's it. Nothing else is gonna come out. Like, the song stands on its own.
Being with it out here, CJ says. Go ahead.
The song stands on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need a video for that. Like, a lyric video for that style, like that specific type of music, it's perfect. Because you really focus on the lyrics. You're listening and seeing what he's saying. So it kind of just...
Plus, he came
harder.
With swag, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. He murdered that track.
Yeah, he did his thing, man.
Murdered it. Anybody looking to hear something new and bop to, definitely.
Yeah, he actually was.
Definitely bop that.
He actually was on the show, episode, what was it, 85? Brent's Bunker. Can you remember that?
Yep.
Brent's Bunker?
Brent's Bunker.
He shares a little bit of insight on, his testimony and stuff like that, and what's really like his what inspires him creatively and whatnot. So definitely check out episode 85, Brent's Bunker with Kamban.
Mad respect, especially after hearing his testimony and how he became to be who he is. Like, it's dope. It's a dope testimony. That's one of the things I love about this show. You get to hear different lives.
Yeah, like, different stories, different backgrounds, how they came. You know what I like about it though? Like, as we grew with the show, like now it's tailored to like a lot of Christian hip hop artists. So it's cool to hear similar stories but different ways. You get what I'm saying?
Like ultimately they got saved, so that's always the same for all believers. But how they got to that is always like, it's dope. Everybody's different. Like, it could be an aunt, it could be an uncle, it could be a cousin, it could be a random person off the street, it could be you walking by a TV station and hearing the gospel. Like, everybody's story is different, but hearing the differences is just beautiful.
Well, I think the differences between how it relates to even hip hop. You get what I'm saying? Like how that was kind of that was involved with that person's story. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a question about that too. So like, when you start maturing in the faith, what parts of hip hop start disappearing, and what does it all disappear altogether? Like, how much? You know how they say every tribe, every tongue. Would you say hip hop is a tribe and a tongue? Like, would you go that far to say hip hop is a tribe and a tongue?
Nowadays, yeah. I mean, because
some people,
because if you look at all the genres, they're all
man.
powerful. Like, you got country, you have rock, you have alternative, pop. You know what I'm saying? It's like those are all the tribes. I think hip hop has definitely put a stake.
I think you can
to say, yo, we here.
It's like it's sort of like, I don't want to use the term fanatics. I don't want to use that term. It's like when people have a more of an interest in certain things, and then they just find other people with the same interests, you know what I'm saying? And then they build this community together. I feel like that's different though from like hip hop. Hip hop is like legit, like something that people grow up in. Like,
well, it depends now what you say you are involved in.
It's not just fans of rap. It also comes with other things. It's not just rap.
Well, I would say there's different levels of fandom, if that's a word. Fandom. Because like, if you're a fan strictly for the music, then yeah, you just love the music, you follow it, stuff like that. But if you're a fan of hip hop, then that means it's ingrained in you. You're a part of the culture. Like, you grew up in it. Your whole life was revolved in it. You're rooted in it. You know what I'm saying? Most people, when they say they're fans of the hip hop music, they'll say, "Oh, I'm a fan of a person or whatever." They never talk about the actual essence of hip hop. Like, no, I'm a fan of hip hop, bro. Like, all of it. The spray painting, the DJing, the breakdancing.
Well, I mean, those elements, a lot of those elements are not like,
I am a fan, like
as strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the elements are not as strong, like breakdancing. Like, you know what I mean? You don't really see cardboard boxes coming out.
Not in front of you on the street, but you still, there's a community.
Definitely a big community. I'm not knocking it as not part of hip hop. It's definitely part of hip hop, but like the bigger, I guess the commercial side of hip hop like expanded beyond just that.
No, I know. I'm just kind of differentiating,
because you got dudes that are not even hip hop fans and they love breakdancing.
True.
You know, because
they love that.
They just
Tila, come back to me. mean,
I used to be breakdancing and windmill into Spring Love. Steve,
sure.
was it Stevie B? Like,
I'm sure.
yeah, man. I used to be.
That was those. That's what I mean. Like they could have been that.
Was
music.
that like was?
I don't even know what that music is
was
called.
freestyle? It's called freestyle.
Oh, freestyle.
Was freestyle like Latin rock?
I would
or disco.
I don't know.
Or was it like Hispanic disco? Like
I don't.
was
Well, I mean,
freestyle, like,
I think they had Spanish like style.
Cause who was breaking to freestyle? Like was that
Everybody.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No matter what party I went
Because
to, the
even, like-
breakdancing was involved.
Even breaking had dudes like ballerinas and stuff.
Yeah.
That's so true, bro. Why did they paint this picture like all this diversity like in the past? But
What do you
when
mean?
I look back at at those
Well, the
old
reason why
movies,
is
there
because
was-
if you look at it, like
even Van Damme was breakdancing.
he was
like even Van
if
Damme.
you he's throwing an Easter egg right there. Breaking.
Even Van
Back
Damme
in the
was
day, the movie Breaking.
Man. Like,
Go back and watch it. You will find Jean-Claude Van Damme
there we go. The
dancing
name
in the background.
and hit what is it? Hit the folk. Okay,
What?
so like he did dances like hip hop. There's still hip hop dances. CJ said.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's just not the break dancing,
yeah.
cowboy box.
But
spinning on the
dancing
head.
is I know what he's saying. Dancing still is a huge part of hip hop.
I used to break dance, by the way.
I used to break dance, by the way. Why did you say it like that? Like
I
you're
try
the
to-
little kid in the corner
I
saying,
try-
"Look what I can do."
I try to do it. I try to do
used
it.
to break dance.
I try to do it in my music video, Eyes to See.
Yeah, I remember that. Yo, but you were able to.
I thank
More
God
than
I was,
I could do.
Thank God I edited the video. I thank God I was the one editing the video.
Mara's like,
I had to
"Look
be
what I can
creative.
do," and I'm like, "I can't do any of that."
Bro, that was horrible, man.
Look what
That
I
was
can't
a-
do.
Look what I can't do.
That was mine.
Look what I can't do.
Look what I can do.
No, but I'm just saying that to say, like, do you say, going back to my question, because I know where it is,
Mhm.
would you say maturing in the faith takes you out of hip hop? I'm just gonna say it flat out. Let me
I don't understand the question.
Does
Like, what do you mean
maturing
it takes
in the
you
faith
out
take
of
you out of the
hip-hop?
culture of hip hop?
Maturing in your faith?
Yeah, spiritually.
No.
Does that equal like? Because you remember how people say like,
What does
Oh,
hip
you
hop
look-
have anything to do?
"Oh, you look
with-
mad in that pic." You know how people say, "Oh, you look angry,"
But that's just a matter of opinion.
or
though.
"Oh, you sound mad," or "Why do you sound that way?" Or like So would
Yeah.
you say maturing in the faith takes you out of hip hop? Like, did you?
No, because if you're considering that maturity, like I'm
why
going
are
to
you
change my
holding-
sound so that way people can think I'm not mad. Like, that's
What about
dumb.
the culture itself? What about what it represents, the culture? Because then you got a lot of people that are like hip hop comes from.
Well, there's all types of opinions. They say some hip hop comes from witchcraft. Hip hop.
I don't
comes
even
from,
want to get into the stupid.
they come-
I don't even.
they
wanna-
come- there's all
I don't
different-
care
that's what I'm
about all the
saying.
stuff
It
that
comes with
everybody
all
talked
different
about.
types.
I'm trying to ask because I feel like real talk. Like I feel like sometimes people who are I think that everyone has a purpose.
Yeah.
Everyone has a purpose,
Mhm.
right? We have individuals that would say calling is too strong for, let's say, a rapper, right? We have people
Yep.
that would say that's way too strong.
Mhm.
But if that person is okay, not called, but sovereignly,
Why would
the
you say
story is
called?
sovereignly designed for him to be a rapper, right? What I'm saying is like a lot of times, some people might see maturing in the faith as graduating outside of those things.
Mhm.
Like rapping, let's say. But hip hop is more than rapping. That's the thing that people
Yeah.
don't understand. Like it's more than that.
It's a culture. Like it's
Yeah.
not. You know what I mean? Like
So what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get at is, how much of that culture do we say, okay, we do away with, and then how much of it is, that's where we're from. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're gonna be.
facts.
So
I mean,
how much of it? I'm asking. Like
I think
everything
it's-
that's sinful. Like, that's the easy.
No, I mean,
there's the easy answer. Like,
Yeah.
everything,
I mean, if you really want
the
to
no
get
brainer.
technical,
Everything that's sinful, you
everything's
do away
simple.
with.
But if you're not sinning, you just.
But there's
enjoying
some
this
places
thing.
that are gray areas, like a face on an album.
What do you mean a face? Just having your face on
Like
the album?
this is my album cover because I'm mad about the serious things I'm talking about. And somebody says, I'm saying is some people would try to say you look too mad. That's not Christian like.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's
You never-
happened to you?
Yes.
That you look too angry?
Yes, my dude. Yeah. Or you sound too angry. I've heard this from other artists too.
Wow.
Yeah, you sound too much like whatever, you know?
I mean, I would, in my opinion, I would take that as a teachable moment, like, and to be able to educate that person. Like, it has nothing to do with anger or happiness or sadness. It's an emotion that you're giving to really convey the message. You know what I mean? So if something is serious and you're talking about it and you're passionate about it, you're not going to talk about it with a smile.
You know what I was thinking?
Have you ever seen a pastor talk about sin with a smile on his face?
Some do.
I would never see talking about sin, like the seriousness of sin, and like sin is just
depends on
it's
what
just
pastor.
a god awful thing.
Yeah.
It's you shouldn't do it. It condemns you and sends you to hell. Like, I think that's a weird. Like, you're talking about a serious thing, you want to be serious about it, and especially for rappers, the emotion behind it is seriousness. Like, this is a topic that I'm passionate about. So I don't understand why that would be looked at as immature or...
Let me see what the comments are saying. Let me go up in here. Prayer Plug is commenting all kinds of stuff. Josh is in here. It's up to the artist to decide how much, how little, to keep all the stuff that existed previously, to let some go. It's up to the artist. NF is the most angry, depressing CHH artist out, and he's also the #1 CHH artist in the world next to Cray from the Prayer Plug.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to your artist on how you want to be creative. Like, that's why I said it's a teachable moment. Like, that's a perfect example for where if somebody was to come and be like, "Oh, why your album come look angry?" We're like, "Well, think about it. You know, I'm talking about sin in this album. I'm talking about how I'm disgusted with my own sinfulness."
Those are
like those
are just
thing.
mannerisms. You know, I'm thinking like back in I was thinking of this recently. We were taking a family photo, and I was like, and everybody's smiling. Like, everybody's smiling. And I'm thinking to myself, like, back in the day, they never smiled. Like, they went like this. Like, and that was common. That wasn't like a misunderstanding or anything of that. The face that they put on for remember, you know the faces I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The black and white faces. And now, because the culture has shifted to smile when you take a photo, I'm pretty sure there was a marketing scheme behind that changed everybody. Like, there was
why was it cool
I wonder what
to smile?
started. I wonder what started it. Why don't you try a smile? Oh, like when was
Eureka?
That? What year was that when they finally said, "Can you try a smile?" Yo, where did the smile come from, man?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
Can you smile? Try a different emotion. Can you try?
That is actually a really good idea. Really good. One of those. What is it? Trivia questions. When was the first smile photographed?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's up to the artist. How much emotion they want to show, how much non-emotion, they want to look angry, happy, sad. It's all part of the creative process. You know what I mean? You can't, how can you creatively write about anger and you have a smile on your face? Or talk about sadness when you're mad happy. You just bought, you know what I mean? You just got gifted $1 million car.
Can you imagine,
now can you talk about some sad stuff and depressingness?
Can you imagine my project with me like this on the cover? Can you imagine me like
Chief Sinner?
2 thumbs up, like hypocrisy. Like,
it don't make sense, man. And that's what I mean. It's a teachable moment for anybody who would say something like that. Like, yo, teach them about your culture. Teach them about your creative process, and you never know, you might gain a new fan. You might not. I don't want to say sell, because I feel like there's a negative thing towards it, like sell hip hop to that person, but that person might be attracted now to a style that they never thought they would be, because you've explained that it's more than just putting words together that sound good. It's like, oh, that rhymes.
Yeah.
Then it's got to be a cool song. Like, no, there's more to it. And you talk to any respectable artist, and they'll tell you, it is a lot more than just putting a bunch of words together.
No, I'm still learning that.
Yeah.
Like, even now, like, I'm still learning how much of it is really like you controlling, like, what a recording artist is.
Everything's intentional.
Back in the past, like, you just a rapper's a rapper. Like, you just write write words that rhyme. That's it. And yell them in the mic. But then as you develop, if you take it seriously, as you develop, you start learning that oh, wait a minute, this thing is carrying notes. This thing, I know we talk. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I think it's dope to grow into that and understand that. And we've heard already several artists that came on the show and have mentioned developing and finding their sound.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked that question with Big Breeze, because I heard like his sound just stands out from everybody else. Like I'm trying to find a flaw somewhere. Like I'm trying to, it's just so smooth, dude. Like it's like, man, there's not a problem in this.
Yeah.
Super
definitely
smooth.
found it.
Yeah.
He found it.
Yep. And now it's like, can you exercise that? Once you find it, can you exercise that and then, do things that you never thought that you could do?
Yeah.
Or sound a way that you never thought that you could sound.
And then
it's real dope.
The thing is too is a lot of artists don't realize that a lot the people that we look up to, like, the people who have all the stardom, they have a team that helps them develop that sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they have a whole
including
team.
Songwriters, producers,
everything,
including musicians.
It's a whole squad.
Yeah.
So
and
when
they even like these people have music sheets and music notes for the music that they produce. So they have the note, the key. Like there's no guessing. Everybody knows exactly like that song is in this key and everything adjusts to that key, to that note.
Yeah, and it's a whole team effort. So to see an artist like Breeze, by himself, no team,
just learning
on his own, like that's respectable.
Bro,
within 5 years, that's still not a lot of time. Like I said, so shout out to artists that like him also that are able to develop their own sound and not have a squad behind you. It's not an easy task.
Not at all.
And that's why most people are still finding it. They're still, developing as they go. Because they don't got the dollars to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to get a bunch of musician scientists.
Yep. Not just musician scientists. People who check the analytics and stuff like that, the algorithms, and you know what I'm saying? People who follow up and track like who's playing, what age, where they coming from.
How do they listen to the music?
Bro, Netflix is so advanced. Netflix is so advanced that when I go under my wife's profile name and I see a movie and I go under mine, the movie cover is different for the same movie. The cover, the artwork to the cover of the movie is different on my profile than my wife's. They would make some kind of gangster, like crazy movie look like a novela on my wife's profile. And they make it look like super like dope and like, oh man, on my profile. They cater the artwork on the covers to the profile.
To your behavior.
To the behavior of the person,
so
bro.
Like, okay, he likes grimy, gritty stuff.
I'm not lying.
We're gonna use the grimy, gritty cover.
It's facts.
Like what the heck?
Big Breezy. Well, tell him to spell it that way.
Oh, we're saying it wrong. Hey, man.
Spell it that
he
way,
put
brother.
an E at the end, and grammatically, it's a breeze.
That's all right, man. I'm breaking record right now with the way I'm about to pronounce. There's
for the
no
first
way,
time, usually I say the person's name right. This time I was actually following along because it does say Breeze.
Big Breeze, yeah.
Like it's Breeze.
There's no way that I could mispronounce the next guest coming in, and I know him, but I should just do it just to keep.
Oh my goodness.
Just to keep the momentum
right? You might
going.
as well. When the next come on, just come up with some crazy thing.
You just totally mispronounced the obvious. Like
it's completely
Jung.
butchered.
I'm gonna be like Jung.
Jung Lee. I mean, there's not even an L in there.
Yeah, tell him to change the name, then, brother.
Big Breezy.
Jung Lee. Jung Lee. Oh my goodness! Shout out to Ruslan. Just dropped a music video. I
didn't get to catch it.
Paul Russell.
I'm not gonna lie.
Trey King.
I wasn't prepared.
Part of his team, his record label, King Dreams Entertainment. He made sure he texted me and told me that
he made
this
sure.
This is an ongoing thing with this dude. He made sure he texted me to tell me that he's gonna be releasing a music video every Friday. So he got one this Friday coming up with Stephen Malcolm. So that's dope. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm a fan of Ruslan because I love dudes who are pushing the community and the genre, man, and building awareness and are willing to collab and willing to recognize each other and build it up. He knows what it is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people
He put
know
in
what
work.
it is. Other people are just like, it's way over their head.
Yep.
So the people who know what it is and you come across this, you know what it is? You know what it is.
It's like when you look across the room and you do the head nod.
You know, like...
And y'all already had like a whole conversation
You
with that
know
head
what
nod.
it is. So help us. You know what it is. Help us. You know what it is.
Help me. Help you.
Anyway, so I know what it is with Ruslan, man, and I love what he's doing. I love what he's doing. I salute him.
Yeah,
He's gonna have my support all the way through until he starts acting sideways.
Until he starts acting sideways. Until he stops answering the automated text messages.
Speaking of Stephen Malcolm, shout out to Stephen Malcolm.
Yo, super dope
Congrats.
news, man. Super dope.
Shared an announcement. I love this, brother, man. We've been watching you. If you come across the show, brother, I've been watching you since before you got signed, and then you got signed, and then you started doing your thing.
And then you got all bougie. No,
Then you got all bougie with it. Now you're out of reach and out of touch, and you know.
Now you in Jamaica every other
When
week.
you go out of reach, do you sign with reach? No.
Wait, what?
When you go out of reach, do you sign with reach? I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
So shout out to
Another dad
Stephen
joke.
Malcolm. No, man, for real.
Ladies
Dope.
and gentlemen,
Keep doing your thing, brother. The legacy.
super dope.
Yeah, so I thought that was dope. In God's providence, just Ruslan giving me text messages about him dropping a music video Friday with Stephen Malcolm. So I thought that was dope. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what Ruslan is dropping. There was another video that dropped today too, and we didn't catch it.
Really?
We didn't catch it. Oh man, I'm doing my best to follow up with CHH, y'all.
Who dropped?
Shout out to the prayer.
I'm a
Plug for always
driver,
putting me on.
so I can't. I don't be on my phone all day. I wish I could.
I try to do my best, man.
It's hard to catch everything, man. It's like each stop, you're like, gotta go. Huh?
You know, in Atlanta, we got nicknames for everybody.
Oh,
Yo,
who got a nickname?
What's the nicknames? Wait, what's my nickname?
For real? I bet you
Now-
there's a nickname floating
I
around
wanna
that you
know
don't
my
even know
nickname.
about.
Now I want to know my nickname. What would my nickname be, Gil? What would
ATL name?
No, I don't. An ATL? Oh, you want to cater
Because
to
he said in ATL,
We got nicknames for
we got
everybody.
nicknames for everybody. So if it was a nickname from ATL, I would say
Yo, don't be.
El Chapo.
No. El Chapo.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
my
what I would
goodness.
give you.
El Chapo. I wonder if this is going to. The timing is kind of crazy,
Right?
actually. Now that I think about it.
That's
fool.
what if it was an ATL, they'll probably give him that name. Like, you know, man, you
Don't they-
Latino, you got all this stuff going in. You could tell you pulling the strings and
Yo,
all that.
don't they have
That's-
a-
you El Chapo?
Whatever, man. Super foul.
What?
Super foul. This dude is super foul. You know what kind of friend this dude is?
What do you mean?
He's the kind of friend that if I show him a track that he don't like, that I did,
What do you mean?
he'll just tell me flat out right in my face, yo, turn that off, in the same cadence of the song that I'm showing him. In the same cadence.
Hey, man, if you ain't got a friend like me, you ain't got real friends.
If I come in like, I don't even want to give an example, but if I
I'm not gonna lie.
if I like, okay,
What kind of friend would I be if he showed me
I'll
a
be like,
track
yo, Gil, listen
and
to
it's
this
not
track.
his best work and it's
It
kind
goes,
of garbage?
Yo, Gil, listen to this track.
and I'm like, yo, that's fire.
And then it comes on, hip.
No.
I hit all this shit up. This girl like, take that off right now. I'm like,
It's
yo,
bothering me.
It's bothering me. Like this dude,
What
just
was it?
right in my face. Just like I mixed and mastered. I spent like hours on this all weekend. It's like,
I
yo, Gil.
hate this track so much.
I'm like, no, like constructive. Where's the constructive criticism? Where's the like?
Yo, but there's also
brother,
the
you gotta
level of
adjust
friendship
this,
of
you
like,
gotta-
you got to dig, you know what
know,
I'm saying?
It's got to be constructive criticism. You
But
can't-
don't get it twisted. Mario got his little zingers.
That's a true friend, bro. Now that's foul.
Mario got his zingers
That's
too.
foul, man. Oh yeah.
If you sit in our recording sessions when I'm recording a track, you'd be like, man, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
Yo, sometimes we'll do it as we're if we're so messed up, we'll do it as we're recording.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be yelling it like, oh, that's so dope. And you're like, oh, take it off, bro. Take it off.
You sound like a beautiful butterfly. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah.
You sound
I'm going to redo that. Okay.
You said, first of all,
how do you sound like
what
a
does
butterfly?
A beautiful butterfly sound like? Yo, a special guest is gonna come in here and walk right out, and he ain't even coming in here physically. He's just.
I don't know. And you said it from the beginning. We got 2 artists coming in the building. What building? Their phone call coming in.
Yo, how's he come in and then walk out and you hear the door click? Be like, yo, I'm out.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so how do you sound like a beautiful butterfly, bro? Now,
I don't know.
Now you have to break it down for me.
I don't know, man. That's the first thing that came to my head. But you would say ridiculous things like that while I'm in the booth, and I'm like, really? First of all, how do I sound like an insect flying in the sky? Beautifully. And that's how you know it's the diss.
Why?
Well, you can't figure it out, but somehow it makes you mad.
Yeah, but sometimes you read wrong. Sometimes you
read wrong?
Yeah, because sometimes you make fun of it because it's dope. And you're like, dang, I can't believe he did that.
Oh, but you say it in the form of a diss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's like,
hell of
it's
a
catchy.
compliment.
It's catchy.
It's a manly thing. No, why? Yo, that's another dope question.
Go ahead.
Fellas, why? Even when you're congratulating your boy, you still gotta go ham and diss him somehow.
An octagon in that room?
Somehow. He just dunked on the dude. Oh, I saw you dunked him, but why you had to dunk him in front of the dudes for? Like, why you showing off in front of guys? Like, a bunch of guys and you dunking. Why can't it just be like, yo, dope dunk? Oh, that's crazy.
What do you mean, bro?
I'm saying in general, people that are friends, usually, they can't really compliment each other. Like, it has to follow some kind of diss or the compliment is the diss because they can't just compliment and be like, yo, that's a fire track. They'll be like, that's a fire track. If I was on it, you know what I'm saying? The track needed something.
I kind of felt that way when you mentioned to Big Breezy. You know what's crazy about that?
Mean?
I was thinking to myself, this has got to be Breezy because I'm messing all these names up, and I'm like,
what you mean?
This can't be Breeze. But anyway,
oh, you mean how we called him Breeze the whole entire time?
No,
and he
going
was really
back to what you're saying. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. What were you saying, man?
I'm saying like how friends can't compliment each other. Like they just can't just be like, yo, that's dope. They always got to be like, yo, that's dope. But it would be better if I was on it. Like they kind of got it's diss. A little bit.
I felt kind of like awkward. You were like, yo, I want to hear a Big Breezy and Marrio Esco track.
Facts. How dope would that be if you guys both did a track?
It'll be fire, but I mean, you don't just,
just throw it out live on the show.
Even he was like, nah, I ain't trying to.
I ain't trying to mess. I ain't trying to mess with El Chapo.
Even he didn't have a hat on. The brim came down. Like, how you don't got a hat on? Brim came down.
The call dropped.
Nah. The call dropped. He started acting choppy.
And we're like, yo, man, we can see that it's clear footage. I can't hear you. Well, first of all, if it's choppy, why is his arms moving around? Somehow that makes sense. It's choppy.
It's El Choppy.
It's El Choppy. Name of the title.
Yeah, it's El Choppy.
El Choppy.
El Choppy.
There it is. That's good.
Oh,
you beat me.
Goodness, bro. Oh.
That's why if somebody gave us the bag, the stuff
don't mention the bag.
The stuff we will come up with.
Actually, I seen some people talking about Christian businesses versus like somebody said something about Christian hip hop and stop calling it Christian hip hop. It's not the same. It's weird because we kind of like jumped on not the bandwagon because we didn't even know none of that was happening. Like we jumped in, and started doing our thing. But we had no idea like how big it really was, like the community and everything like that.
Yeah.
So as we're doing our thing or whatever, and then we get involved with it, now it's like when you look at the arguments that come up and how people treated us when we were like CHH, like when we were like, and they were saying to us like, yo, this argument again? I'm like, what argument again? This is the first time I'm hearing this. And now we're coming around, we're seeing like arguments again.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh shoot.
Now we're the ones like, what are you talking about?
Yo, this has been going on. Wow.
It's been going on for millennia.
Yo, since before hip hop.
Seriously.
How they had CHH before hip hop?
The first hip hop artist releases a track and somebody's like, CHH is dead. It's like it just came out, bro. Like last week.
Oh man. So sometimes it feels like you know, it's almost like beating a dead horse, you know. But anyway, I saw somebody say something about that whole thing again, and it's just reminding me of like what it really is, like what we came to understand it to be. And it's just like at this point, it's like it's whatever you want to call it, like
Facts.
whatever you want to call it.
You want to call it holy hip hop?
How do you feel as a singer in this? You think that's why Gavi is like feeling lost because singers don't have like a home? Like,
I think so.
do you feel like that?
I don't feel that way
Do you feel
because
like-
I don't put myself in any specific category. You know what I mean? I just do what it do. You know, if it falls under CHH,
Do you feel that?
cool.
Do you feel that you're a CHH artist?
I mean,
For those that don't know, Gil's a singer. Like he sings.
when I create my music, it falls under it because I love hip hop, so it has that hip hop.
Well, you
influence,
choose
it has
that
an R&B
trap.
influence.
You have that trappy kind of sounds and
Yeah, so I mean, it falls under it, but you don't really hear the conversations. You don't really hear singers at all. At all. I think the most I've heard at
you hear
one
the rappers
point
that
is
are
like Christian Grey.
You hear
is
Big
like
Breezy.
Chris Cobbins is another good one. But I'm not hearing these names being floated around in the major circles like Rapzilla's, and you know, it's always rap. But you don't hear like singing, like true singing. Another dope artist that we'll probably talk about in a little, V Rose. Another dope singer that is not really talked about a lot. Who else? Tragic Hero.
Tragic Hero.
You don't really hear his name being floated around.
Nope.
And he's a rapper too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that the artistry and singing and rapping and all of it is evolved so much that it's all lumped together. So I think that singers are not
But
really
do you
looked
think
at.
that that's like acknowledged though?
No, because it's all lumped together now. Because you got the perfect example, Breezy, right now. It's melodic. It's very close to singing. So most people think like that's a singing track. So there really isn't these are the singers and these are the rappers, because the rappers are singing.
Yeah.
So I think that's why specifically singers that are actually doing notes and melodies and harmonies are not really focused.
You're talking about R&B.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, not
Hey,
really,
anybody
because you got
listening?
people who are like secular. You got man, his name just he's a trap singer. Jeez Louise.
You talking about Christian hip hop?
No, he's secular.
Oh, okay. Trap singer?
But he's well known. You know what I'm saying? He does trap.
Post Malone.
No. It's like more R&B. Is with the anyway, doesn't
Future.
matter. Future's a good one, but that's not him. It's not what I'm talking about.
Young Thug.
Nope. He's more singer. Like he's a singer.
Oh, okay. All right. What would you call Young Thug? What's that?
He sings, but I mean, he's not like a singer.
He found his voice. That's his voice.
He did. But what I mean, like, as harmonies,
you know, that's what makes people like trip up, because they're like,
exactly,
because they listen to
It's
Young
confusing.
Thug and they're like, wait a minute, this doesn't.
It's very confusing.
It doesn't sound good, but it sound good. Like, what is this? Like, I don't get
Tory
it.
Lanez is closer, but
The Weeknd?
it's not who I'm talking about. But
The Weeknd?
Tory Lanez is another great.
The Weeknd
example.
actually is more so like R&B. Like he's
That's-
more so
yes.
pop. He's some more like pop.
Yeah, The Weeknd is a good one too, but no, not him either. I'm back and I'm better. He says that a lot. I'm back and I'm better. I don't want to sing the lyrics because I mean it's not a good artist to listen to in that regard. But he's a perfect example.
Yeah.
If somebody can remember his write his name in the comments, I will confirm. But yeah, like singers that really, really sing, they're now lumped in because they're all singing and they're doing a good job. I'm not even gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? Like the mumble rappers that are now using melodic and singing, like they're not doing a bad job. Like it's catchy. Like even Drake, I don't think Drake can sing. Like he's not killing it, but his singing songs.
Okay. So
make Brian.
we listen.
Yes, Bryson Tiller.
There you go.
Finally,
we
somebody.
listened to a track with V Rose, right? And when I listened to the track, I'm like, yo, she's fire. Like I listened to the track, I'm like, how come I'm not I'm not knocking or anything like that, but I'm like, how come I'm just coming across this? Maybe that's my fault. Maybe, I'm not, maybe I need to get hit more. Maybe I need to get plugged in. But it's not like other things are on my radar. Like Steve Malcolm is on my radar. Like all these other people on my radar, maybe because they got projects released and whatever. But I'm looking at things, man. I'm like, I'm on social media actively looking.
Yep.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's not like I'm just saying something like, oh, I didn't see it. No, I'm looking. I'm like,
no, I know you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tagging, I'm following different media, Christian media, hip hop sites that are coming out, Instagram, Christian, media platforms on Instagram. I'm trying to reach out. Like, I'm actively looking, and I'm like, how come I'm just coming across this? And no knock to her. Maybe it's a knock to the culture as a whole. Maybe there's no place to house these artists, or maybe Christian hip hop is too focused on the rappers that they're neglecting to look at
the singers.
The singers that are also a part of they're a part of it too.
Yeah.
Like you and I do. That's why rappers and like pop singers, R&B, like stuff like that, or like yourself, like you pick beats that I can rap to. Every beat that you have, like I could jump on and spit.
I can't wait to write to him. That's G14 classified right there.
Like every beat that you have, like I can jump on and rap to. And most of the music now that's coming out, that is R&B or like there's no. Do you think that there's like, or maybe I'm missing it? Oh, that's something different. I never seen that before. So what was I saying? I lost my train of thought because
you talking about the beats, like most beats. That's what you said. You were first talking about my beats. You said you could rap to any of them.
So what determines the genre? The beat?
I would say how.
If you pick a trap beat as a singer, I pick a trap beat as a rapper. That's a trap song, no matter what happens to it.
No, because how I write it might be.
So you could
R&B.
take a trap beat and make it R&B?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta check with the chat. Chat, help me out.
Definitely can.
Somebody jump in here. What determines the genre?
I mean, think of it like this: when Drake does a track and he's featuring on someone else who's doing straight mumble rap trap beat. Yeah. And he comes in with his every time I'm living on it completely changes the whole entire thing.
Why he be trying to kill Chris Brown? Why does Drake try to kill Chris Brown when he features on that?
Sometimes he can.
And sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes he can.
Sometimes he doesn't. I mean? And it's not the singing ability. It's just the sound.
If the sound is fire, even if you can do all the crazy little,
it depends on the clothes you wear.
Especially if he has some skinnies on.
It depends on the clothes you wear. Oh man.
But I'm saying, like, if these artists sometimes like they forget that creativity plays a part. It's not just ability.
Facts.
Chris Brown has a way, like, beyond better voice than Drake. He would make Drake look dumb in a singing battle. But when it comes to creatively making a song, like, I mean, you can clearly tell just by the track record, Drake got way more hits than Chris.
And that's again
way more hits.
That's proven
singing.
That's proven that our theory on perfecting the sound.
Yeah.
So wait, so you telling me that Drake has perfected his sound to the point where he sounds better than Chris Brown? Yo, that's gonna cause a lot of problems.
I'm not saying he sounds better. I'm not saying he sounds better. I'm saying that he is
Gil
creating.
Vargas said what? Yo.
I'm saying that he's creating a more universal
Gil Vargas
appeal.
Says Drake is a better singer than Chris Brown.
I wouldn't say that ever. That's why I said he has a way better voice. But if you lack in the creativity end of it, then yes, this artist overall is better. I would never say vocal to vocal.
Would you call
Drake
Post Malone a singer?
Yeah, because he sings.
And he sings fire.
And he sings good. And I've heard him live.
I heard
and
him.
he still sounded good.
I heard him do like rock covers. I think I said this.
Yeah,
before.
I've heard him like sing live. Like no, you could tell when somebody has an effect on their voice. You could tell, and he didn't. You know what I mean? Like that was Post, and he sounded good.
He did.
I was actually shocked.
You know, some people will like be really boot you right out of hip hop if you say something like that.
Oh,
like
you're a good singer?
Yeah, that Post Malone. Any kind of credit to Post Malone.
Oh, I'm sure, but I mean, I don't endorse his music. I'm endorsing it. He has talent.
I'm saying but
He's
even
a
that,
talented
like
dude.
some people will be like, no, he's not good at all. Like some people won't even acknowledge that he has talent.
And that's fine. You can do that. but when you have millions upon millions of people buying,
Is it more so? Is it
and-
more so the thought or the idea of somebody taking a part of the culture that they don't belong to? Like some people will try to equate that to culture vulture, like somebody coming in not of the culture but banking off the culture.
What do you mean? Like why? What do you mean?
Because Post Malone wasn't from the hip hop genre originally. He was doing like some other type of music,
I would
and
say,
then he shifted into hip hop, and then he like just started doing nasty with it. And then now he's like, I don't know what he is now. He's for me, Post Malone is just an artist. That for me, he's just a recording artist.
To me, culture vulture is someone who takes a culture and profits from it, but doesn't care about it. You know what I'm saying? He just all he wants is the profits. I mean, Post Malone is not really just sticking to his own corner and just creating music and like, you know, he's participating in the culture. He's doing things, you know? So if he's a culture vulture, then I would say then every single artist that's not black is a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're going to look at it like that you have to be raised in it. You have to grow up in it. You have to be street, you know, you have to be black. Like why?
That's very controversial what you're saying, bro.
I'm just saying, like, why does artistry have to have a color?
I don't think it's color. I'm just saying, like,
because it's saying that he's a culture vulture. Why?
I don't think it has anything to do with color. I think it's more so like where you come from. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you a part of?
Okay, let's talk about where you come from. Why can't he?
Not where you come from. Not where you come from. Like, okay, so some people are like don't come from those kinds of culture, but they were influenced by the culture so much that they know it very well. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they understand the history, they understand the struggles, they understand like they study it so much that they're actually adapt to it. Like they're a part of it. You don't see color, you know what I'm saying? At all. You don't.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I'm saying. Like they say that Post Malone, it's not his look, it's that he didn't come from, he wasn't a part of it. That's what they're saying. Like he wasn't a part of it, so they would consider him like a culture vulture, and that's why. Do you think it's that thought? Do you think it's that thought that doesn't allow them to see talent? Or do you think that they make a point somehow that he's not talented? I don't know how you can.
I don't think he make a point because I think music is malleable. Like, you know, you can't just create music and just be one thing. Like it can touch different people differently. It can touch different backgrounds, different upbringings, and I don't think it should matter if they were engulfed in the culture or not when they're expressing themselves creatively in how they feel the most comfortable. So if a painter, let's get away from music, if a painter feels comfortable painting in a style that's similar to Van Gogh, do you automatically say you're a culture vulture? Like, no, like that's
some people might.
And they might.
Some people might.
But I'm saying, what's wrong?
You're not a real artist.
If
you don't know, like.
But
some
he's
people try to
creating
test
art
you,
for him. Like, he's not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I would say it depends on that specific person. If they're creating this art, right? And they're like, oh, I am a Van Gogh Jr. because Van Gogh is my favorite. Now you're profiting off of someone else's style.
Right.
You know, that's not cool. But another example, Kamban. He knew it. He knew it right off bat. He was like, I'm sure you guys heard a very strong similarity to Eminem.
Yeah. Right.
But the reason why it sounds that way is because I connected to Eminem on a very personal level. His story, my story are very one and the same. So yeah, I gravitated to his music and I listened to it so much that I can't help but when I write, it sounds kind of like it's inspired by Eminem, but I put my own swag to it. He's not Eminem. You listen to it and you're like, dude, you could hear the influence, but you're not Eminem.
Right.
You're not doing what Eminem can do. And he probably could never do what Eminem can do because Eminem is Eminem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's conveying his art the way he knows. Why is that bad? So I don't know.
Inspired by music,
I feel like
or-
that's just a weak argument to be like, well, you wasn't born in the culture.
So this is what Josh says. If someone rolls into the genre they aren't normally a part of and they do it well, those who have been in the genre get mad. You think that they're jealous and maybe should be a little embarrassed someone outside of their craft, somebody outside did their craft better.
Honestly, that's how I feel when I look at how they ridicule him. I'm like, dude, why are you mad?
He should do it nastier than
Like, if he's
the
doing
people who are from
good,
the culture. Is that?
yeah, he's doing a good job, and people are
But
loving
that's
it
what I'm
and they're
saying.
buying
But some
it.
people actually say that he doesn't have talent. That's what I'm trying to get. Like,
But that's fine. You can have that opinion. But it's not stopping him from creating music. You know what I'm saying? And if it bothers you that much, create the music that bumps him off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so this is a perfect segue into this. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Perfect segue into Tekashi 6ix9ine. So another one. Obviously, right off the jump.
Yeah, disclaimer. Do not look up this.
There you go.
This artist.
You know.
Is
It
garbage.
is what it is.
But,
I still don't know where our demographic is at, and we gotta figure that out. But Tekashi 6ix9ine
garbage.
comes out of jail.
Yeah.
Due to the COVID thing. I'm not gonna tell the backstory of him. If you know, you know. Like, comes out of jail, goes on IG and goes live and brags and boasts about, you know, him being out wearing millions of dollars on his wrists and around his neck, necklaces, watches. I'm the king of New York, still with his antics, all that.
Yep.
Gets 2 million during his Instagram live, less than a half hour. Video drops. It's now at 1 billion, but during that time, breaking all kinds of records.
Yeah.
All kinds of unheard of records when his video dropped. I think it was something like 11 mil or something in the hour. I don't even know. It's some ridiculous, like, it's breaking records. Like, he's tagging Billboard and saying, you better follow this, because he's snapshotting everything. He's snapshotting all the numbers. He's like, y'all better report this right. Like, he's making sure the public knows, are aware of his numbers. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
How much of this is talent and how much of this is just antics?
I mean, when it comes to him, it's all antics. Because I mean, if you ever do have the unfortune of listening to the song, you will see that it was basically, what's the word? Best word I could look. It's like an entire song of someone that suffers from Tourette and they just randomly yell out things and they can't help themselves. That's pretty much the song.
Did a bag of Skittles explode on him?
Yes, and that. It's just outrageous.
Yeah, it's outrageous. It's nasty. It's vulgar. It's everything that it not only opposes any kind of morals, but it also opposes a street code. like it's not only opposing
boldly
just morals,
made
like
himself
all
look
kinds
like
of morals,
a rat.
but
like
like he got out of jail.
It's crazy.
He's serving way less time than everybody else. He's
really
known,
showed how depraved we really
he
are.
ratted out everybody, you know, like his squad, his team. He ratted them out. They're all still locked up.
Oh yeah, I got a message from Young Note.
Yeah, I know. I'm already going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So then he does that. Drops his video. So again, going back to the question, skill or like story, like what's going on here? Now people are saying he's a culture vulture.
Yeah,
people are saying he's not of the culture. So when we say hip hop, what do you mean? What do you mean by culture? Like, is that he's not? What part? Okay, the street culture. That's different, right?
Most of the time when people say that he's not from someone,
that's the street
not
life.
From the culture,
that's the
it's
street
street. Like
street life.
You didn't grow up in the hood. You didn't grow up in a bad neighborhood. You don't know what it's like to see thugs or gang members or stuff like that. And that's the part that for me it sounds silly. Like,
right.
So in order for you to create music that's part of hip hop, you have to grow up in the street and have a bad childhood.
No.
Like that's the part that doesn't make sense to me.
Nope.
It's like, why does that have to happen in order for you to get respect to create
You
music.
know what I think it is?
That was a big thing for even Drake. They were like, man, he was rich growing up.
Oh, yeah,
man, he was in Degrassi.
Degrassi.
He don't know nothing about being hood. And now his music is accepted because you can't help but bump to it.
Yeah.
No, anybody who puts it in their car,
he took
you
it
are
to a different level.
going to bump to it,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like what you're saying. Yeah, what you're saying about street and stuff like that. Like a lot of people kind of like try to merge these two things together. Yeah. But what's happening is like what you see with Christian hip hop. Let's just look at Christian hip hop. Yeah. We oppose everything that's the street code and all that. Like we don't, you know. I mean, we're not out there snitching. That's not. We're not blatantly like, yo,
I am looking at things in the eyes of God. So therefore, police officer.
Yo, that one. No, we're not reckless and stupid with it. Like the Bible tells us to live, if possible, peaceable with all men.
Yeah.
You know, to live quiet, humble lives, to mind your own business. Actually. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're not out there like with binoculars, like, But what we represent as Christian artists completely opposes what the street code represents because we forgive our enemies. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We love our enemies. You know, the Bible tells us to feed your enemy. Can you imagine that? Not even just forgive. Not even just forgive. But then on top of the forgiveness,
feed him.
Can you feed him some food because he's hungry? What?
Facts.
Dude, everybody should be convicted from that. road rage should not exist. It should not be a thing, like at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when thinking of Christian hip hop, you know, Christian hip hop artists, I still will consider them part of that culture.
Yeah,
I would.
I agree.
And to me, now growing in the understanding of the community and growing in the understanding of different types of communities and different types of, you know, backgrounds and all the, just being like really just, I don't know, like on my journey of finding self that I've been on all these 96 episodes, learning all the things of life.
As I walk.
Ecclesiastes, vanity of vanities, all this. What is it? You know? Gaining all this experience under the sun. No, but what I realize is that, Christian hip hop, there is a culture here.
There is. For sure.
It's not just, but some people would just put it to rap, bro. Like some people would just like, Christian hip hop is rap. Oh, you're just a rapper. Or you're just a singer who sings over trap beats.
That's the beauty of CHH is because it's Christian hip hop, so Christ is in there, like, you know what I mean. So it's not just rap because we're talking about a belief system. We're talking about something
it's tied into
changed your life.
There's a cornerstone on this in this genre. There's a cornerstone in this community. Whatever you call it, it's all the same thing. Like it's all tied together. You know.
Amen. Which, in my opinion, which is why at one point in time, I was one of the people saying CHH is dead.
Well, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it off topic.
No. I was just saying, like, it's dope because you're seeing literal life, bro. Like, you're seeing these different artists from different, you know, backgrounds and you know what I'm saying, different styles, different upbringings. You know, I never knew Kamban grew up the way he grew up. So I'm hearing his story. You know, Big Breezy coming on the show now. We had Tragic Hero talking about how he got in, you know, to music and stuff like that and how he's flourished. And it's just dope. You know what I mean? Like CHH, I'm now seeing it develop and seeing that it's more than just rappers.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that it's more than just talking about Jesus. It's just, there's lifestyles, there's backgrounds, pain, happiness, you know? It's dope. It's a good time.
So going back to Tekashi 6ix9ine, do you think that people make a valid point because it comes to hip hop? Some people are saying hip hop too. Like some people are saying hip hop. Like in hip hop, we stand by that too.
Yep.
So do you think that people are making a valid point about Tekashi 6ix9ine and what he's doing with all these antics, like taking a genre and then utilizing it for money? We see that, we see that in Christian hip hop too. Taking a genre and then manipulating it to make money, to finesse people.
And this is
money.
my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is not anything that I read or anything. It's just my opinion. If you look at the state of hip hop, it's one of the things that I've seen that's been removed is like masculinity. You see, is less and less masculine. So that was why it wouldn't have been accepted back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, you're not supposed to snitch. I think it was even beyond just street. Like, man to man, I would never just go and just, hey, look what he did.
Right.
Like, that's just not a manly thing to do, you know? And the more that gets removed, the more things are accepted. Like, now you got some of these dudes dressing up like straight females with female clothing.
Things that were
being accepted.
Were not acceptable before.
No, back when
It's
Tupac
changing.
and Biggie was around, if you came in with a skirt,
it'll be a wrap.
or a blouse,
Nope.
or a purse,
No. As a matter of fact, they dug up those pictures. If they could find a picture or something that hinted at something, they dug that up, and that's possibly your career at one point.
So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not a specific artist or anything like that. But when you remove all that stuff, and now Tekashi 6ix9ine comes and says, "Yeah, I'm a rat. So what?" and literally kills the internet, it makes sense because the more is getting accepted. Like, things that weren't accepted back in the day is getting accepted now, and the people who are still true to that masculinity are now looking at it like, this is crazy, this is corny.
So
How is it that you
in one aspect, you said, what does it matter for Post Malone because he's doing ill?
Yeah.
And on this aspect, it sounds like you're siding with the standards of the culture when it comes to Tekashi 6ix9ine. What's wrong with Tekashi 6ix9ine doing what Post Malone does and just found a way to do what he does and make money?
Yeah.
Even though he's not
I
of it.
have no beef with an artist if it works for you, if that recipe works for you. Who am I?
You really don't have no beef. So then let me ask you this. Would you have a problem if somebody came into the Christian hip hop community and we know that they were like reckless? We know they're finessing people. We know it.
Yep.
They're not Christian at all, and they come in. You wouldn't feel some type of way?
That's different though.
How's it different?
Because they're
That's
faking,
what I'm trying to figure out here.
They're faking.
You get what I'm trying to do?
They're faking a major aspect of the culture.
Okay, but that's
Christianity.
what I mean.
Like,
I get it.
So now
but they
you're
have
deceiving
ideologies
people.
too, brother. That's what I mean. Like, we don't worship hip hop or the code of hip hop. We don't find our identity in the genre. We respect it. We respect where we came from. And I think that's something that needs to be, I think that's something that needs, somebody really, really, really smart needs to like unfold that, how hip hop, I believe, in my opinion, is part of the whole thing, every tribe and every tongue. I believe that. Every type of walk. Because you cannot put hip hop in the category of America. Like, no, that's not how it is. I didn't grow up. We grow up in the same place, but we're totally different. Like, I could find somebody who came from where I came from, and mannerisms and everything. I could look them up and down. I've done this before, and it's automatic. Salute. I know what's up. You find each other. You're like, oh snap. What up?
Sometimes it doesn't even require you looking at him, just hearing how he talks.
Yeah, you just find each other. You're just like, oh snap.
Yo, what up? You know what it is.
Yes, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
You just know, bro. And like,
Facts.
sometimes, so I lost my point with that, man.
And that's happened to me in vacations.
But
you go on vacation and you can hear somebody all the way in the other.
And
like,
you already,
nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
this is
Ready.
You're like,
what about this?
he know what it is.
But I told you I did it. Right off the back.
I told you to put that back. Why you touching my leg?
Right off the back, you already know why they're yelling, why that kid got yelled at. You got yelled at for the same thing. You're even looking at the kid like, I know what's coming next, and you better too. You looking at the kids.
Thanks.
I know what's coming next.
Keep going and watch what's going to happen. You're like, yep.
So there should be a sense of pride to the culture that you come from, right? There should be a sense of respect. There should be some kind of code or some kind of,
But this is my question to someone who says, like, someone like a Post or whatever.
Expectation.
I would say, in what way is a person taking from the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like,
facts. Joseph, just because you said that, facts, I'm going to take his face off. Thank you. But it's a good thing to acknowledge and learn from. But go ahead, Gil.
I would ask, like, you need to be specific. If someone is being not of the culture or whatever, I would say, why do you feel this way, and what is the evidence that you're bringing to say this person is not in? You know what I mean? And at what point are they allowed? Because like I said, the same argument was used for Drake. Oh, he's not of the culture. Why? Because he didn't live in the hood. Like, he grew up in a great home. That he grew up rich with no struggles.
I get it.
So I would say, what is the reason? Like,
what about for us though? That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's double standards here. For us, we wouldn't be like, well, you're not from it. Like, if somebody came through and started like, yo, man, and they just like, this straight reckless, and they're like, yo, I'm gonna do a Christian song with you.
I mean, it happens, bro. You got Snoop Dogg, who released a gospel album, and it did millions.
You wouldn't get upset with that? You're not bothered by that?
I am bothered by that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But the reason why is because they're faking the true essence, and you know that they're not, and they're just exploiting something.
There you go. Yes.
Okay, but where's the evidence that another artist is doing the same thing?
That's what they try to hold against.
For an example,
against,
Snoop Dogg did one Christian album, never did one again. That's it. So that was straight exploitation.
I would be silly to say that, to stand with anybody when it comes to just hip hop in general, because it's all man-made preferences, man-made rules and whatnot, whatever. However, the integrity of hip hop, I understand the integrity. I get it. Or people exploiting, like you said, I get it. I understand that aspect. As far as Christian hip hop, it's a whole different thing that we stand to. Like, I believe, there's culture vultures. That's a real thing.
That is a real
That's a real term. Like, what's his name who came up with that? Like, yo, that was brilliant, bro. I don't know if it existed before him or what, but my bad. I don't know. What's his name, dude?
Damon Dash.
Damon Dash, thank you. I don't know if he coined that term or what, but I'm glad that he was able to identify the culture vulture, because they were able to sneak. If you don't identify that snake, like, dude, they can creep in and out, like exploiting people, and you think like you're under the impression that they're helping these people from the inner streets and helping them get on their feet and become rich and successful, but the whole time they're double dipping, triple dipping, robbing them, or just flat out not paying them at all. TLC, we know that they, you know what I'm saying? They got straight robbed, confessed in front of everybody that they were broke,
and that was the most
like
honest
what in the world? Like, how you broke, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we understand. I'm glad that there are some sort of standards, and I think that that's a good example. But I don't think that's something that's legalistic, like within hip hop culture. Like, I don't think I don't know. I can't even say that. I can't even say that because I don't rep. What the culture reps, like really reps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that. I do understand the arguments though.
I get it too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
get it too, but my thing is that if somebody has a product, you can think it's corny.
All you want. You're talking like corporate. You're talking business.
Yeah.
You're talking business.
Yeah. I mean, it would upset me, but my point is that even though it upsets you, it's still not a wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
Unless it's our culture.
What do you mean?
So if there's a culture vulture in CHH, that's a wrong thing.
It is wrong, but it's different when someone does it a one-off thing to someone who continues and flourishes in it. You know what I'm saying? Like someone like I said, Snoop Dogg, he just did it because it was a popular thing.
Name me 3 culture vultures in CHH.
Name you 3? It's funny because they're all in the same group.
Yo, no, that's where we stop. We're gonna act reckless.
It's a very tight-knit group.
Yo, real talk. Like, hey, man, if you're in the culture, you better be sure you're part of that culture. Yeah. If you're in there, like, if you're just making money, like, but you're not. So Post Malone has a respect. I see him as a recording artist who enjoys doing hip hop. I don't see him as a culture vulture. I see him as somebody who's actually introducing a unique style to hip hop. If anything, he's doing us a favor by inspiring other artists to carry melody, carry a different, unique type of sound. Like, the dude could play, guitars. He does rock. He does this and that. And if anything, it's blending genres together and it's helping the overall market grow. So I think in that aspect, yeah. But then I get with Tekashi 6ix9ine, who comes in trying to act like he's from that, but he's not. Then you have problems. I don't see Post Malone as a culture vulture. Tekashi 6ix9ine, I can understand why people will call him that. I get it. He try to act like he's something that he's not. And then he tries to excuse it by saying, I never was. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to excuse it by saying, I never was part of that.
I mean, a perfect example, and we'll leave it at this because I want to leave it with a good point. A long time ago, there was an artist called Snow.
Ooh, okay.
Straight.
Okay.
He's
I love
white.
it. Go ahead.
Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But if you read his backstory, he fell in love with the Jamaican culture. And in Canada, there was a huge surge of people that came from Jamaica and migrated to Canada. So there was a lot of Jamaicans there. And he got that much more exposed to the Jamaican culture. Yeah. He learned patois and then eventually started creating songs.
Do you think that was premeditated? Like he would?
It's possible. I don't know. But my point is that he was accepted, even though he's not Jamaican. He respected it. He respected
the culture.
He learned the language. Yeah. Like he created songs. He had a relationship with the culture, with the people. But easily they could be like, "Oh, you're Canadian. What do you know about Jamaican culture?"
Right.
What do you know about, patois? He learned it.
He learned
the culture. Yep. He was with them and then created songs, made mad money. Jamaicans, I heard some of his songs when I was in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So if they had a disdain for him, like, oh, that's a culture vulture, they wouldn't play his music.
That reminds me of like that movie with Tom Cruise where he was the samurai.
Facts.
Yo, that you just made me think of that.
And
like the dude legit became a samurai warrior.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure if that was a true story. Could be. But it wouldn't be the first time that a foreigner that isn't part of this culture was accepted and it has happened throughout history.
They became a part of it.
That's what I'm saying. So I would say it depends on the person and what they're doing with that culture.
Yeah.
So if Post Malone is evidence showing that he's using trap music and using hip hop, he's not from the culture, he never grew up in it, and there's proof that he's using it for just gain and he can care less about anybody, then I would say, culture vulture.
Yeah.
He needs to get up out of here.
We need to get culture vultures up out of CHH. Let's end with that.
Sure. Get up out of here.
Yo.
Get up out of here.
The cultures, get them up out of here, man. Start putting the scarecrows up. Start tending to the garden. Let's start taking ownership of what the Lord has blessed us with. Let's start acknowledging and respecting what it is. Like enough of the running around of the community to this and that and da-da-da. Let's dead the old arguments. Let's move this thing forward, huh? That's what we're trying to do with the show. Unfortunately, one of our special guests could not come in. And hopefully we can reschedule till next week. We'll end with the music video. This is where is it, Gil?
I don't have your controls.
Let me see where we at.
This is
Young Noah Jetpack featuring V-Rose off of the album Finally Myself. Till next week, we love y'all. Hopefully you guys, had a good time. Hopefully you guys were blessed. I know I've been waiting for this, dude. I'm so excited every week, man. I'm glad that, you're here. We're rocking, brother. It's a blessing, man, and I'm looking forward to next week. So grace and peace, y'all. Till next week.
Out. Love y'all.
Latest.
Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know. They won't take shots at the glow. I'm not shy, I just shine on the low. Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know. Jetpack on my soul. They won't take shots at the glow. Jetpack on my soul. Jetpack on my soul.
Start to get the feeling I'm missing out on my healing. I've casted, but I'm still reeling. I'm looking up at the ceiling, ain't thinking about these millions. Be stressing over the 99. Wish I could rewind the time, maybe then I could find the me that I lost, that you bought and paid for. But I know it's not too late, I can't get what I came for. Hit the escape door and leave the mess on the front lawn and be gone. Infinity and beyond, some James Bond.
Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know. They won't take shots at the glow. I'm not shy, I just shine on the low. Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know. Jetpack on my soul. They won't take shots at the glow. Jetpack on my soul. Jetpack on my soul. Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? That's not optional. They won't take shots at the globe, but God got me, yeah, my whole team on a light beam. I know you seen the whole gleam, cause we all got rings. Now we on the finer things. I was chasing out the dreams, now I'm chasing out the Jesus. I was trying to get some freedom, now I read them and weep. All my enemies, I beat them to sleep. Way too high up, man, I really can't even breathe. I know I seem to be defeated, but I was just cold feet, anemic. Had to get a jetpack to become the phoenix. Wonder how I made it out the trap of genius. I'm the uniquest, you just not in my league. Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know. Jetpack on my soul. They won't take shots at the glow. Jetpack on my soul. Jetpack on my soul. Jetpack on my soul. Will I ever land? I don't know.
You're listening on the podcast. Be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.